Welcome to Video Rental, your retro movie hub. Join us as we rewind through the iconic films of the 70s, 80s, and the occasional 90s gems. From cult classics to blockbuster hits and even some infamous flops. We're covering it all. So grab some popcorn, get cozy, and let's dive into the wonderful world of retro cinema together. Doug, how are we doing today?
Great. How are you?
I'm good. I'm good. Dougie?
I'm good. How are you?
I'm good.
No, you're not. You're tired.
I am tired. Clocked out 57 hours, 56, whatever it was. Derrick?
Hello, sir.
Preston?
I'd be doing better if my transparent light-up Roman helmet was here, ready for me to wear.
I told you I am retired.
I like the way you mentioned flops, because that's definitely what this was going to be.
Oh, spoiler.
Spoiler.
Oh, did I say the quiet part out loud?
All right, on today's episode, we're going to be covering The Running Man, 1987.
Where is he running?
Preston
was running. Oh, wrong movie.
Preston, when was the first time you seen this movie?
I want to say I was maybe middle school. I do remember seeing it on TV, and I was about maybe 6th, 7th grade when I first saw The Running Man, and kind of thinking to myself at the time, being a kid, oh, cool, action sequences, Arnold Schwarzenegger, just about anything with Arnold Schwarzenegger. Kids our age at the time were all over.
Yeah.
So about that time.
All right. Doug, what about you?
I probably saw this one late night. This is one of them Turner classic, or not classics yet, but Turner movies that come on late at night. It's probably the first time I saw on TV.
Yeah, definitely. Well, Derrick, what about you?
First time I saw this movie was about a month ago. Somehow I
That's how long we've been trying to do
made
this
it
movie.
through my entire adulthood without having seen this.
Had you heard of it?
Oh, yeah.
Okay.
But I just never had the occasion or
Wasn't on your radar.
even desire to see it. And, yeah.
Okay.
Well, you can mark that off the bucket list.
Mark it off.
Dougie, what about you?
Probably about 2 or 3 years ago.
Okay.
Yeah.
I probably saw this back in the 90s. I mean, probably either on VHS or, like Doug was saying, on Turner Classic or TNT or TBS.
It was one of the ones that was always on. So
Always on. I mean, this was we were all big Arnold fans in my household, and so this was kind of another big Arnold movie for us. So I'd say definitely early 90s. All right, so I'm going to read the plot of the movie. In a dystopian America, a falsely convicted policeman, Ben Richards, gets his shot at freedom when he must forcibly participate in a TV game show where convicts/runners must battle killers for their freedom. All right, Derrick, do you want to read us some facts about the movie?
All right, boys and girls, listen up. Here's some facts for your brain.
factoids.
Okay? Movie was released November the 13th, 1987. I wonder if that was a Friday the 13th. Interesting. We'd have to go back and Google
Could have been,
that
yeah.
one. But IMDb gives it a score of 6.6. My, that is really generous. Tomato meter, critic score 66%.
That's fresh.
Audience score 61%. Ooh. So you've got some closeness there, which you don't always see.
Derrick, I just fact-checked you there. You are correct about November 13th being on
Whoa, Friday the 13th.
Friday the 13th.
Huh.
Jason's birthday.
I wonder if they knew that going in. Budget was $27 million, and it raked in $38 million. So it had a little profit there of 11. And runtime 1 hour and 41 minutes, and of course it was rated R for all that good old wholesome violence. Tagline: it's the year 2019. The Running Man is a deadly game no one has ever survived. Dun dun dun.
It's actually
But
2017.
Arnold has yet to play. So it's like the tagline for a poor man's Hunger Games or something like that. Let's talk about the cast. We've got Arnold, coming in as the star of the show, Mr. Schwarzenegger. Of course, you know him from Terminator, Conan, T2, Commando, Predator, Total Recall, and so many other classics. Maria Conchita Alonso also starred alongside in this one, and she was in Predator 2. For those of you who are fans of that. In fact, Nathan's got a gigantic Predator 2 poster up in his man cave as we speak.
With an autograph.
Danny Glover.
Yeah, Danny Glover, the man himself.
Also starring in this movie was Yaphet Kotto from Alien, Midnight Run, Freddy's Dead, The Final Nightmare. Of NFL fame, Jim Brown. So you Cleveland Browns fans out there, the famous running back, Jim Brown. He was also in The Dirty Dozen. And one of Preston's favorites, Mars Attacks. Also Small Soldiers.
Cool, quick plug about Yaphet Kotto. He was one of the actors who was considered for the role of Captain Picard in Next Generation.
Now, what role did Mr. Kotto play in Alien?
Okay, so he was... What was his character's name?
I don't even remember his character's name, but
He's the black character. I forget what role he was on the ship, but
he was one of the last survivors.
yeah.
Before.
Oh, he
That's
and
right.
Rose.
He gets taken up
yeah.
in the ceiling.
I believe so. Yeah.
Yep.
I remember. That was a pretty gruesome.
Get out of here, Rose.
Yeah.
Yeah. All right, carrying on. We have Professor Toru Tanaka
Oh, okay.
of WWF
He
fame.
had the headband on. I remember now.
Yeah,
He wore a
yeah.
headband.
I'm trying to move on, and y'all are still stuck fast.
Dwelling, man. Come on.
Professor Tanaka of
Talking about
WWF.
A better movie.
Pee-wee's Big Adventure. Man, it's been a long time since I've seen
Long
that.
time. Yeah.
They just released a documentary about that. Pee-wee, did
Yeah.
you see that?
Black Rain, Dark Man, and Last Action Hero. You know, I thought for the longest time Last Action Hero was one of Arnold's worst movies, and then I saw Running Man.
How Derrick feels about this movie.
Whoa.
This is like a bashing session.
We've got
for-
Jesse the Mind Ventura also in this. And, of course, he was also from WWF. Those of you of the golden era remember him.
I ain't got time to bleed.
Yep, Predator as well, Naked Gun, No Holds Barred, and Demolition Man. Now, there's one we need to do
It's on the list.
with Wesley Snipes.
The darkness.
With his blonde hair. that he-
Oh, boy. Richard Dawson of Hogan Heroes and Family Feud was also in this. Mick Fleetwood of, yes, of course, Fleetwood Mac. Stephen Ole Thorson. He was in all. Oh, I put a T in there. It's Sven Ole Thorson. He was in the Conan movies, Raw Deal, Lethal Weapon, Predator, Overboard, Red Heat, Twins. The Hunt for Red October, also another one of Preston's favorites.
We need to do one on
Good
that.
one.
T2, Last Action Hero, Hard Target, The Quick and the Dead, Mallrats, Eraser. That's another kind of Arnold
Yep.
sleeper
Yeah,
action movie.
yeah.
End of Days
Was it though?
and Gladiator.
well, and also he was best friends with Arnold, so that's why he
Sven?
was in. Yeah, that's why he was in so many Arnold movies.
Sven.
Nice.
Sven.
Kurt Fuller also starred in this from Red Heat. He was in Ghostbusters too. Wonder what he did in Ghostbusters 2.
I'm trying to think who Kurt.
Oh, he was one of those City Hall guys.
He was the one that put him in the insane asylum.
Oh,
Wasn't Walter
okay.
Peck?
Hardemeyer. That was his character's name.
Yeah, he was the Walter Peck of Ghostbusters 2.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Preston's on that. I'm
Back off, man. I'm a scientist. And then, of course, Kurt Fuller was also in Wayne's World.
Party
Excellent.
time.
Anger Management, and Ray. The screenplay of the movie was
Ray,
written
I didn't
by-
see that one.
So I've got this great meme that I send people on their birthday. It's saved on my phone, and it's a picture of Stevie Wonder with glasses on, and it says, "I know I won't see you, but I wanted to wish you a happy birthday." So,
I think
my
you've said that
gosh.
to me before.
Derrick,
have I? Did I have to
I
send it
think
to you?
so.
Derrick was the only one that caught that one.
Screenplay was written by Stephen E. D'Souza. You may recognize him from other films such as 48 Hours, the incomparable action epic Commando. He had to blow off some steam.
Please don't disturb my friend. He's dead tired.
Yeah. Die Hard
That's
1
pretty good,
and
right?
2. Now, there you go. He's got some good writing under his belt there. The Flintstones. Oh, my
Wait, you
gosh.
said that a little soon.
Just wait. It goes
Beverly
down.
Hills Cop.
Did it go downhill?
Yeah.
Street Fighter. There's no way you
It
can
just
make
goes
that one
down.
good.
I'm the Repo Man.
Keeps on going.
Judge Dredd. Now, is Judge Dredd really that bad?
When was the last time you've seen it?
I am the law.
My take on the 90s Judge Dredd, there were a lot of critics saying that it kind of deviated from the comics in a real kind of cheesy, campy 90s way.
Well,
that's the
it
best
was
description. But
it was a
I liked them.
Stallone Coke-filled movie. That's what that was.
that is true.
Coke and pre-workout. He was ready. He was, well,
Yeah.
like the comic, he never takes his visor off.
No.
He just kills
But in that
everybody.
movie,
You know.
he spends a lot of that with no helmet on.
Yeah,
But yeah,
well,
you're right,
yeah.
Doug. In the comic, he's known for never having removed his
No, and they gave him blue contacts for no reason. No reason whatsoever.
Just so his twin brother.
I just like the I am the law.
I remember when that movie came out in the mid-90s, and I wanted to see it so bad.
Yeah.
There was no way I
Yeah,
was
it's
going to
such
be
high
able to
hopes.
go. And then I finally did rent it, and I watched it, and I was thinking, why was I so excited about this?
It had to.
Oh,
Have
I
been
loved
awesome
it.
posters.
But it's
They
not-
had some killer posters.
It's not as bad.
Preston, when was the last time you've seen it?
Actually, I saw it maybe a few years ago, but I will say, if y'all have never seen Carl Urban's Judge
Oh no,
Oh, that's totally
Dread.
different.
It's called Dread.
That-
oh,
yeah.
that's-
that,
Derrick, have you seen
Yeah,
that?
you
yeah.
want to
Okay,
talk
I've seen
about
it.
grit. Now, that was
That's more on comic accurate.
yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Now, the movie itself was a horribly bad flop, but I really believe that's because there's a whole lot of people out there who do not get or have never even heard of the 2000 AD comics.
Yeah.
And so I could see how that movie could just go over a lot of people's heads.
Yeah, I saw the Judge Dredd.
But I thought it was
reboot,
awesome.
And I thought it was pretty good
Yeah.
for
Way
what
better
it
than
was.
the original.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. Also, Stephen E. D'Souza wrote Lara Croft
I told you his career just went
Yeah.
down and down and further.
from the Tomb Raider game / film. So I'd say, you look at that. Obviously, Die Hard 1 and 2 are the gems of his work. Commando is funny, and, it still holds up. But the rest of those, I don't know how you feel about Beverly Hills Cop 3.
I don't like it.
Yeah. The Flintstones,
Yeah.
the Flintstones video game on NES is like ridiculously expensive if you try and get that cartridge anyway. But I remember more about the Flintstones video game than the actual.
I hadn't seen the movie probably since the 90s, really.
Yeah.
I felt like I enjoyed it back then, but it's probably terrible now.
That was one of those movies that nobody asked for. It was like,
No.
why
Yeah.
is this a good idea? Like, we don't. They didn't do like the Jetsons. Like, if you're going to do the Flintstones, you got
No, I
I
would've
guess the Flintstones
loved
was
it if
such
they
a.
did.
Matt Douglas.
They did a Jetsons animated movie that I absolutely loved when I was a kid, but I would love to have seen them do a live action of the Jetsons.
Well, the technology's there now, so
Yeah.
yeah.
Continuing on, also screenplay, Stephen King, original author as Richard Bachman. So I didn't know this was inspired by Stephen King.
Yeah, and they're actually doing a remake of it, and it's going to be actually more close to the book. It's going to
With
have
Glenn Powell.
Yeah, Glenn Powell in it. So I don't know. The book is so much more graphic and darker than, and he's not a good person. Like, he's not a good guy in the book. Mm-hmm. He's all about himself. He doesn't care about anybody. But it's the thing with this is Arnold came in and just he kind of rewrote it for himself.
rewrote it for himself.
Yeah.
Stephen King, he's had so many of his stories turned into films.
Yeah.
So that's kind of surprising and then also not surprising at the same time because he's so prolific. But that's the screenplay. It was produced by Keith Barish, Rob Cohen, and George Linder.
One of the Coens.
Music by Harold
same ones.
Faltermeyer, who really did some nice work here.
Preston, you know him?
I've never heard the name, but these titles
Well,
definitely
he's responsible for
make
one of
sense
the
to
most
me.
catchy movie tunes of the 80s. Dun, 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 which is
Beverly Hills Cop.
He also did
Actual
Fletch
F.
I did.
1 and 2, and then he did the soundtrack for Top Gun. I mean, that's pretty good, right? And then the Top Gun remake from 2020, Top Gun Maverick, and then Tango and Cash. So the movie, in terms of like writing, and we see it's got Stephen King's hand on it, Stephen D'Souza, and then some of the actors. I mean, it had definitely the star power, and so it did have a lot going for it, but that doesn't always guarantee.
Well, knowing that now
success.
and hearing all the people that have worked on it kind of makes the movie more of a letdown now.
Yep. Thank you. All right, we're on the same team.
Oh, no.
Filming locations. This was filmed at Sony Pictures Plaza in Los Angeles,
There was
California. Have you visited there, Nathan? I know
Yes.
you've
There
been.
was a
Yes, I
high
have.
five happening.
Cool
Y'all didn't
beans.
know.
Yeah.
There was a high five thrown.
So Nathan's been to the very place where this was filmed. So how cool is that? Am I doing the rest of this?
He's been to the
Okay.
West Coast.
Production company Taft Entertainment Pictures, directed by Paul Michael Glazer, who also directed the pop culture phenomenon known as Kazam. Right?
All right.
Sure.
Oh,
If you're
man.
a
I am
Shaq fan.
Kazam.
All right.
Yeah. Also played Starsky in the 1970s TV show of Starsky and Hutch. I believe that's all the factoids that I can present to you, my friends, and I hope you enjoyed that.
Derrick, you want to read the trivia for us?
Trivia.
All right, moving on. Let's talk about trivia then. It is hinted that Mick Fleetwood plays himself in the movie. In the film, the resistance leader's name is Mick. He is British, and when Mick meets Richard to remove his explosive collar from around his neck, he says to him, "You're one of the cops who locked up all my friends and burned my songs." Y'all remember that part? Yeah. Interesting. John McTiernan intentionally kept Jesse Ventura out of any close-up shots with Arnold in Predator of 1987 because of Ventura's immense size. He was 6'5" and almost 300 pounds. The director did not want Schwarzenegger to look small in comparison, which is evident during the fight scene in The Running Man when Ventura almost dwarfs Schwarzenegger. So Running Man, I'm just now putting this together. Running Man and Predator come out in the same year.
Yes, they did.
87.
And it's amazing to me because if you look at Arnold in The Running Man and you look at him in Predator, they look like two completely different people.
Yeah, he definitely slimmed down for this one.
I mean, he had to drop it fast. That's a because I don't know. The tights wasn't doing him no favors. I'll say that.
Maybe in the remake they won't have tights. Who knows? Arnold Schwarzenegger thought Paul Michael Glazer was a terrible choice to direct. I agree. With that, Glazer, coming from a TV background, had no experience as a feature film director at all. He thought Glazer shot this film like a TV show. Dude, that's one of the first things I said to you after I watched it. I was like, this was like a made-for-TV movie. He thought Glazer shot the film like a TV show, losing all the script's deeper themes. Running Man with deeper themes? Are you kidding me? Schwarzenegger suspected that because Glazer was a last-minute replacement, he didn't have time to research this future he was depicting, unlike James Cameron with the Terminator. So the Terminator, also in television, they hire you, and the very next week they shoot you. So he didn't place all of the blame at Glazer's feet. Okay, one more piece of trivia here. In 2019, the film's screenwriter, Stephen D'Souza told the New York Post that one of the producers of American Gladiators sold his show with clips from The Running Man, telling the network, "We're doing exactly this, except the murdering part."
Except for the murdering part.
Now, American Gladiators
going on to
was
be a
awesome.
classic show.
Dun, 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 dun. And everybody had their favorite, like Nitro,
Turbo.
or Iceman, or Turbo.
Laser.
They even had action figures of that shit.
Yeah,
Yep.
I remember that. Like, if you grew up in the early and the mid 90s, American Gladiators was a cultural.
That documentary on it was crazy.
Yeah, there's a Netflix documentary on it. It's well worth watching.
Yeah.
Not seen it, but I do have it on the list.
Yeah, you're gonna enjoy it. Of course, it's got everything you could want: fame and drug abuse, and
It's everything.
yeah, it's sex, drugs, and rock and roll.
It's a Hallmark TV movie with muscles.
Dougie, you ever seen any old reruns of American Gladiator?
No,
You're missing out.
He'd probably like it. I think
I probably would.
You would enjoy one episode of American Gladiators more than this film.
Yeah, you could probably find it on YouTube. Just look it up.
Thinking about it now, the unitards is probably pretty close. And it's actually
Doug
pretty
can't
close.
get off tights.
Well, I would almost say, do you guys remember what was the show on Nickelodeon where the kids
Double Dare?
Guts.
Guts.
It was like
The
Guts
aggro
for,
crag.
for adults.
Yep.
Yeah.
It was like that.
Oh,
And
never seen it.
there's Legends of the Hidden Temple
Never
as
heard
of it.
well.
Legends
Well,
of the Hidden Temple.
He's not a '90s kid like most of us are here.
I've
'Cause
never
I
heard
think
of her.
in
What was her name?
Guts, that was the one where, like in
You had
every
to climb the
game
mountain,
show-
the aggro crag.
Aggro
Yeah.
crag. Yeah, I remember the aggro crag.
So I always watched American Gladiator and thought, as a 12-year-old, I could do the Eliminator. I could do that. Except for the part where they had to like jump on the bike.
The bicycle.
Oh,
with your
yeah.
hands.
Wheel and like
Man,
pump
you
their
had to
hands
have muscle
across.
to get
Like,
through
I
that.
probably couldn't do that, but I would always watch that and be like, "These people are chumps. Just put me in there, coach.
I can do it, man. Tag me in. Or what about that conveyor you had to run as it was running against you?
Yep.
Yeah.
I don't know.
And I guess the closest thing today would be a American Ninja.
American
I
Ninja?
guess.
Yeah.
But I don't think in America. Do you have people
you don't have people fighting against
fighting
you.
against you?
No,
Yeah.
no.
Well,
Just you're
it's
competing
it's
with
just a
other
course.
people.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Could you imagine?
time trials.
You imagine American Ninja with a guy over there shooting tennis balls at you with an air rifle. Doom, doom, doom.
might make it better. I don't know.
That'd be fun.
Yeah. They need to bring back American Gladiator. Totally.
Cool.
Yeah.
I'm surprised they haven't. Honestly.
You should have a lottery and somebody you get to shoot the tennis gun.
Yes. All right. Thanks, Derrick. Doug, do you want to read us some reviews and let's tell the people what other people think of this movie?
Okay, let's see.
Full disclosure, I did not write this first review.
I think for some reason I think Derrick is going to be in line with his first one. Okay, it's a 1 out of 10. Trashy 80s action film. No thanks. Call Me Luke. January 9th, 2003. This film hurts my head, and not in a good way. Maybe it's just my growing hatred for the action genre, but even as a kid, when I would swallow tripe like Navy SEALs, I still regarded this film with dislike. Now I utterly despise it. Take one fairly good, fast-paced story, keep the title, and throw the rest away. Instead, use some half-assed future gladiator storyline that's so full of plot holes, the whole thing's in danger of collapsing. Why is there a rebel base in the middle of the arena?
I was thinking the same thing.
What about the cameras? Why have clearly marked footage of what really happened at Bakersfield in an unguarded room? The whole film screams 80s, from truly awful score to the goofy, shiny costumes. Ugh. Don't watch this film. I know some people liked it, but some people get off on being peed on, and I don't understand them either.
Whoa.
Wow, that turned dark.
Wow.
Wow.
Now, there's some movies out there I don't like, and I would probably write a bad review, but wow, that's a
You had
level
to drag
I'm not
golden
sure.
showers into it here.
Dang.
Jeez.
I mean, it fits his golden hat.
Oh, well, okay. Jab.
Moving on.
All right. This next one. 10 out of 10.
This was definitely Derrick.
How
This
do
was
you go
definitely
from
Derrick.
a 1 to a 10?
There we go. I knew Derrick was going to get triggered.
Man,
Who is this person?
this movie was too freaking entertaining. Legendary Fox 9.
This has got to be a troll.
February 5th, 2021. It has all the elements needed for a pure commercial flick. From start to the end of the movie was thoroughly entertaining without any dull moments. Loved Arnold's character.
Now, maybe it's understandable that was written a year into the pandemic. So
That's true. They might have been sick.
that or bored or, doing a lot of remote work.
So
Maybe
they were like stir crazy.
I mean, could have been.
I can't go out and interact with people.
Yeah. Now, I don't hate this movie to Derrick's level, but I do wonder about that one.
Okay, moving on. The next one, 4 out of 10. C6 Sarah. What a waste. She couldn't get that hometown taste. Okay. I don't know. What?
The dystopian.
Jesse Gehrig, April 5th, 2014. Dude, have you ever seen Running Man? I seen it, man. I seen the shit out of Running Man. It's another movie of my youth. I must have watched realistically 20, maybe 30 times. Doesn't seem like much, but really think about it for a second. How many damn times fool gotta watch Running Man?
This guy
You
must have
know,
been high on something.
This sounds like it was voice dictated.
I'm pretty sure whatever's there, I got not missed it by now.
Try grammar.
I'm not going
It's
to
great.
give you a plot summary nor list which actors appeared. If you are reading this, that means you've already passed the page mentioning such information. Instead, let me give you this. It's easy to consume, booze, and watch this movie. If you need to
and write a review after.
you need to fix yourself an elaborate snack like a fancy ass sandwich while the movie is on, you won't miss much.
wow.
Dang.
Wow.
What's the quote from Billy Madison or whatever that Adam Sandler movie is?
Oh, we are all, that is the most.
We are all dumber.
We are all
We are-
dumber for having,
we're all
that is the
dumber
most.
for now having heard
ridic-
that.
Yeah.
We
Congratulations.
lost
Do
a few
not pass
IQ
go.
points on that one. Okay, let's see. This guy's an 8 out of 10 fanboy bonus. It's showtime. Exicon Finger, January 23, 2025.
Whoa, pretty recent.
Very recent.
It's
The
right around the
first
corner.
few minutes are quite bumpy. What was once
That's
technical
generous.
gadgetry is now centimeters of thick dust, but the prison break is start of a comic-like work that not only impresses with entertaining action, brutal violence, an iconic score, and tons of ingenious ideas, but also offers a frightening preview of our times. Stephen King is a prophet. Did I miss the Running Man show? I haven't had cable in a while. Is that on there now?
Trump's going to come get you and throw
Oh
you
yeah,
in the show.
that's where they're all going.
Yeah.
Okay. He had tattoo. Yeah. The cynical story at the time, an exuberant fantasy, is now reality in many parts. A totalitarian system that lies to and deceives its prisoners with every word. The biggest whores among the puppet masters are the media, and the fascists have paid close attention. Fake news, agitation, defamation, manipulation, the eloquent faces that beam at all of us all the time are the true devils. Under their mask, millions of sheep, deaf and blind, shout hurrah. Otherwise, remain silent and hunt awaits the wolves. The plot is set in 2019. Wait, that tells me something. Sure, this film is designed more for superficial show values than the depth of the literary original. But perhaps the mixture makes a difference can apply here. Don't forget, it's Arnie time. The whole cast is perfect for the chosen realization as two eyes are turned, and unfortunately, I'm already in the middle of it, just watching and not seeing. All right. Well, I don't know about that one either.
Okay. That was interesting.
Thank you, Internet.
The internet
Makes you want
lost
to do
again.
a toxicology analysis on that dude's
There's probably
bloodstream.
some edibles this guy's gonna eat. Let's see. Okay, let's go to Mr. Ebert. Is his 2 pages? Oh,
No, it's just a one.
all right. The Running Man.
Oh, and by the way, this was condensed down from his.
Oh, no.
Well, yeah, okay. The Running Man is an arcade game for the big screen, a contest in which a player is Arnold Schwarzenegger, and the game keeps throwing big bruisers at him. To cast this movie, they called up the reserves and the Hollywood heavies. There are villains named Fireball, Captain Freedom, Dynamo, Buzzsaw, and Sub-Zero, all thrown at Arnold like new chapters in a superhero comic book. With a true comic justice, each villain dies by his own weapon. The cast reads like a roll can of action heroes and pro wrestlers. Jim Brown, Jesse Ventura, Erland Van Lith, Professor Tonoro Tanaka. One after another, they go into battle and are destroyed. This formula would quickly get old if it were not for some sort of gimmick to hold it together. And the movie has just the gimmick in the form of a deadly futuristic TV show named The Running Man, which is hosted by the veteran TV game show emcee Richard Dawson. And he kissed a lot less women in this show, I'll just say.
I don't think he kissed any, actually.
Playing himself as the last found the role he was born to play. The movie's problem is that it's all of the action scenes are versions of the same scenario. TV host Dawson introduces a killer and his trademark weapons, electrical shock, fire, chainsaws, etc., and then Schwarzenegger faces him in battle. The only element in the movie that is not standard and that does have some energy is the TV show itself, with Dawson's performances as the egotistical sleazebag host, playing a character who always seems 3/4 drunk. Dawson chain smokes his way through the backstage planning sessions and then pops up in front of the camera as a cauldron of false jollity, working the audience, milking the laughs and tears. He is not really much different than the most genuine game show host, and that's the movie's private joke. 2.5 out of 4 stars. Why? All right.
That sounds like a higher rating than Derrick would have given.
Oh, yeah.
Derrick was on board with that first one.
Thanks, Doug.
Sure. Thanks, Internet.
All right, so I'm gonna I'm gonna mess that up. I'm gonna start with the scene by scene. So scene 1, the movie opens with Ben Richards, a wrongfully convicted cop escaping from prison after 16 months. He searches for his brother, only to find that he was taken from what is that?
Re-education.
Re-education. Okay. And a woman named Maria now lives in his brother's apartment. Damian Killian, host of the game show The Running Man, sees a video of Ben's escape and wants him as a contestant to boost ratings. So we start with the first scene of while they're all in prison and they all have the bombs strapped around their necks.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then we see Arnold, the only person that's able to carry a steel beam on his shoulders.
And immediately when I saw that, I thought of Commando.
Yeah.
The beginning of Commando.
Yeah.
Like,
Yeah.
logging
Yeah,
and
definitely.
carrying that huge timber, and then there's like a deer.
He looked
just
bigger
eating.
in the beginning scenes of this than he did in the later scenes. I wonder if it was like a discrepancy.
Well, see, that's what I was thinking too. I'm wondering if like they filmed the first scene first, and then maybe there was some kind of delay, and that's when he was slimming down or whatever.
Must have got sick.
Maybe. But then this is where we see our kind of slightly first bloody scene of the movie.
Chino!
And Dougie's here.
Dougie's here.
All right, you're gonna have to
Welcome back,
explain
guys.
that.
Explain, Dougie.
Yeah.
Anyways, they're trying to deactivate this barrier that's like, I guess it's like their wall without being a wall.
Yeah.
It's connected to all their devices that blow up their head.
Yeah.
And they're in the middle of deactivating it, and then there's a guy on the other side reactivating it, so it's going back and forth.
Yeah.
And this guy just being stupid just runs over and gets his head blown up, and this guy's in the back like, Chino!
Well, the funny thing is,
For no reason.
that actor, I think he has died in every single role he's been in. Because I want to say he got trampled. I think he was in Lost World, and I think he got trampled by the T-Rex.
What a way to go.
So I think he has died in just about everything.
Literally 2 seconds later, they deactivate the barrier, and then everybody just starts giggling like it's spring break.
So they got the devices. They're around their neck, right?
Prisoners Gone Wild.
Yeah. Okay. I have been rewatching Mission Impossible films, and there's a similar thing in Mission Impossible 3 where the bad guy, Philip Seymour Hoffman, he puts a chip up people's nose into their brain, and then he can activate the chip, and it blows up their brain from the inside.
It's kind of like Kingsman, if you've ever watched that, where they got that
yeah.
implant.
You
I
getting
just
prepped
watched that
for
the
the
other
last one coming out? Just refreshing.
Getting prepped, bro.
Yeah.
What's up? So yeah, we see the head explode, which I thought was kind of funny because you just still see you could definitely tell it's a dummy running in place there.
Oh,
and
yeah.
then boom.
Yeah, this is your first experience in the movie with
Looks like part
some
of
the
his
special
his,
effects.
His
and-
intestines are coming out of his neck.
There was a Japanese movie called Battle Royale made around 2000. Same concept, only in this case, these guys, these military guys, came into what looked like a private school, and it was a school where all the students wore nice uniforms, but they all had behavior problems. So it was like a Hunger Games approach where they just release them onto the island, and they have these neck straps that are programmed to explode depending on what part of the island they're in or whatever it may be. And like Hunger Games and many other things, it came down to there can only be one possible winner out of this group of 30 or whatever.
I didn't see that one.
Yeah, but it's called Battle Royale. One of actress,
Is it subtitled or?
it is subtitled, and I forget her name. The actress from Kill Bill, she was the one that had the ball and chain, and she was wearing what looked like a school uniform in Kill Bill. She was the one who, towards the end of part 1, she and Uma Thurman are having that fight after she takes out the crazy
Was
88.
she another snake? Was she named like Uma Thurman was the mongoose? And
Black Mamba,
remember.
yeah.
I don't remember.
I don't remember the character's name, but she was the one with that ball and chain.
Yeah.
was it
all
an
that.
homage to her character?
I think it might have been because she was in Battle Royale, and she played the character that won the whole game.
Deep cut.
Anyway.
there again, you're bringing in more movies that were probably better than the one we watched.
Totally.
Derrick's not leaving anything to chance here.
So
Put it on the table.
this is when you get your first exposure into some of the special effects in the movie, right?
Yeah.
Exploding heads and those really thick laptop computer type devices
Oh, yeah.
that they're using to put up the barrier with. And anyway, the whole jailbreak scene is just like I was watching it the first 5 minutes, and I'm just shaking my head and I'm thinking, this is not going to go well because the special effects just, I don't know, they just didn't hold up at all.
well, like the whole jailbreak. The whole first part is completely different. It could stand alone from the rest of the movie.
Could be a movie in and of itself.
Yeah, and I don't know. I just don't.
Well, the whole start with the helicopter, that's why he got put in prison. He was flying it, and then somebody told him to blow up 1,500 people, and it was a bunch
Shoot
of
into him.
Yeah, because it was
Women and
people that were
kids.
just trying to get food and stuff like that, but the military wanted to just take them out because they thought they were causing
And
problems.
when he
and stuff.
refused, he was
There
like,
are civilians down there.
take him.
They used AI to change the video.
Ooh, Doug, there you go.
Stephen King is a prophet.
Digitized.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Back to
So this is where we meet Damian Killian. He is literally he is Richard Dawson.
Oh yeah, he
There-
plays
there's-
himself.
He plays
100%.
himself purely. There's nobody else that could have played this character. I mean,
If he was gonna do Family Feud with a glass of whiskey and a cigarette, that would the way he probably would have done it on Family Feud. They just wouldn't let him.
well, he probably had it before he walked out on stage.
Yeah, it was. But somebody off stage was holding his glass and his cigarette.
That's kind of like Ron White.
And then, this first scene really set up who the technical nerd is in the group. Who's the one's going to be doing any hacking?
What was his? Yeah, the one with the glass.
One of the glasses.
Yeah.
Glasses guy.
Yeah, he was totally hacking. He was just typing numbers into a laptop. There was no hacking done.
No.
He just would
Well-
watch somebody put in a code somewhere else. Yeah.
Well, this is where we kind of just see how the world is in the future and what did it say? 2019 and
Or is it 2017? Which one is it?
It was
think it was
2017, but it
2017,
skips 18 months later. So it
Oh,
was
okay.
2019.
So I will say, now as much bad as there is in this movie, the game show host, Killian's character,
yeah.
he is the bright spot of the movie, and I feel like he sort of holds it together as the most important character. I mean, I think even his performance surpasses Arnold because there's really just not much meat on the bone for Arnold's character.
He's
in
definitely
my
like the
opinion.
sun. Everybody gravitates around him. So
Yeah.
Yeah. I feel like as a villain, he does the role well.
Perfectly.
And the one thing about him is he's got the public persona, and then he's got the monster behind the scenes, who's vindictive and greedy and a womanizer, and
yeah, wasn't his first scene somebody was parked in his parking spot?
yeah,
They're like, oh,
yeah.
it's fine, it's fine. As soon
No,
as
no,
he
no.
walks off,
It was a
fire.
guy mopping the floor and
Yeah.
he slipped.
yeah. That's
And
it.
he's like,
Yeah.
"Oh no, it's fine, you're fine." If he
Fire
if
that
he,
guy.
Yeah, if he is still
Oh,
here,
yeah,
you're
yeah.
gonna be fired or
Yeah.
whatever. Yeah,
That
Or if he's still
That
here
in-
in a week, you're going to be the one mopping the floor.
yeah.
hypocritical entitlement of
Yeah.
higher ups and
Higher
powerful
ups,
people.
looking down
Well,
on
and,
people.
and it does. I think it's in this scene, or maybe it's in the next scene, but it does seem like the government is letting the Running Man TV show run the whole country. That's what it seems like. Like they're the one.
Well, they're essentially the garbage man of people that's been convicted or the prison system. Anybody that's so bad, they send them there.
Yeah.
And spoiler alert, they don't get out.
It's
Even
like
when
a
they think they get
Yeah.
out,
Yeah.
they don't
Yeah.
get out.
it's like a modern version of what would have been a public execution
Yeah.
in
Yeah.
England 500 years ago.
But they play it up
Only
for
or
with
the
TV.
gladiatorial games.
There
Oh,
you
yeah,
go.
there you
definitely,
go.
definitely.
Yeah,
There you go.
even better.
Yeah,
There's
Well-
that history degree.
And we meet Maria.
it's helping folks.
We meet Maria, and she's living in Arnold's brother's Ben's brother's apartment. But it turns out Ben's brother got what do we call it? Re-education.
We don't need no education.
Okay. when we finally do meet this character, what is it with the aerobic video that was playing?
Oh, with Jesse Ventura, yeah.
I love these futuristic depictions of what apartments will be in
Oh, yeah.
20 whatever.
Yeah.
And they're
And we
just-
will still have box TV screens.
Yes.
Well, see,
Yeah.
just a few days ago, Derrick and I were talking about this movie versus many other movies from the 70s and 80s. Movies like Aliens, and others, the way that they look visually and even how they did the tech in the movies, those movies are tougher to carbon date.
Yeah,
The
because they
Running
jumped
Man.
so far ahead.
Yeah.
Yeah, and just how they were designed in every aspect. The Running Man, I will say this, you can watch the movie for the first 5 seconds and carbon date it for the mid 1980s. It's just that.
But the 80s idealized versions of like future dwellings, you see it right here, and they do the same thing in Back to the Future Part 2.
Oh yeah,
And it's
neon.
more meant to be a joke. And I think this movie wants you to take it seriously. Back to the Future, not so much, you know.
Yeah.
But it's,
Well, I mean, she was rocking the leg warmers and everything.
yeah. So it's always funny to go back and watch these older movies and see what their view of the future is going to be. And some of it they get right, and some of it's just a big joke.
Well, the movies we like, let's hope nobody gets it right. You know, the movies we watch.
Right.
All right, so the final part of just scene 1, then we'll go to scene 2. This is where Damien sees Ben's. I think it's
a prison break.
He sees the prison break. He sees the video because they keep on going through a bunch of different names. They're like, no, that he's no good. He's too skinny, whatever. And then he sees Ben's video while he's running.
Well, he tackles somebody in the airport.
One of them, they were talking
we're not
about
there yet.
how it was 2 guys who were suicidal, and before they were able to kill themselves, they were put in prison. And he was like, no, well, then they're not going to work.
Yeah. So he decides he wants Ben, and like I said, it seems like he has some kind of control or some kind of influence on the government, so he can pretty much get who he wants for the show.
Are you saying the media has control of the government?
Scene 2.
All right.
You're going too deep, Doug.
Yeah, you're thinking about it too hard. All right, let's move on to scene 2. Ben forced Amber to escape the country with her travel pass. Is it Amber? Whatever.
Lilu multipass.
But is foiled when she outs Doug.
Sorry. Lilu Dallas multipass.
Can I continue here, Doug?
Yeah, go ahead.
Okay. All right.
I get it, Doug. Kindred spirit.
All right. I'm going to start over.
Sorry, Nathan.
Oh, no. You don't need to apologize. It's Doug here.
No, I'm not apologizing.
Multipass.
The stuff we talk about here is going to be more entertaining than, you go keep rolling. Let's roll. Rolling.
Are you sure?
Have you found your spot yet?
I don't know. You're distracting me.
It's showtime.
He was looking
Get
for
to
his
it.
multipass.
All right. So he's captured and is forced to participate in the deadly game show, The Running Man. It's showtime. Killian broadcasts a fabricated video about Ben's arrest, but Amber searches for the truth. Ben and fellow contestants, what is that?
I think it's Laughlin.
Laughlin and
Weiss.
Weiss are launched into the game.
That did look like a fun ride.
Yeah, now I hated on the special effects earlier, but the scene where they shoot him off, on that
You can't deny.
jet ski, out of control rail car, whatever it is. That's a pretty cool.
I'm very curious on
that's
how
well
they
done.
did that.
Yeah.
Like I've never seen anything about how they actually did that.
Yeah.
I thought of Cool Runnings as soon as I saw it. Just the
Hey,
time.
Jamaica, man. Sanka, you did, man? That's
Yeah,
another
man.
one we should do.
you got your egg.
You
man?
want to kiss my lucky egg?
Anyway,
Yul Brenner?
I'm sitting
Put your
here.
finger on where you're reading, man.
I've already read everything.
We can do it like we do guided reading in elementary school if you need.
I've already read everything.
Okay.
Okay.
Let's
we're
just
good.
talk about
You
it.
did.
Okay, well, that's
Good
what we were
job,
doing. What are you
Nathan.
making the face?
You're talking about cool runnings.
Control your face, sir.
well, it fit with what we were saying.
Exactly.
So they're trying to escape the country, and it seems like in this everything is 10 times worse, or maybe it's very close on how we have to deal with going to the airport. But so they're trying to get out, but he winds up getting captured, and then gets forced into participating in the game show.
Second goofy outfit of the movie. He shows up with his blue Hawaiian shirt and glasses. with a
Fashion
hat.
foul.
I'm gonna throw up. Go ahead. You want to see it on this shirt?
Wasn't going back to Commando, the guy, he knocked him out on the plane. He was wearing a goofy Hawaiian shirt. I wonder if that's some kind of throwback.
It might have been, and I think his
Could've
was
been.
like red.
It was
Like,
red, yeah.
yeah.
Because Commando was 3 years earlier, I think. Wait, no. Was it the
So you're
same
gonna
year?
have to Google it.
Let's take a look.
Like 83 or 84, something
You know,
like
they talk about
'Cause it was
passes
all-
to get out of the country. Now it's what?
Oh, 85.
Real ID.
So Commando was 85.
that. Yeah. So this is where we see, because we've already seen the video, but this is where we see a fabricated version of the video where they've changed it to make it look like Ben actually killed all those people.
Heavily redacted.
Very redacted.
They
And
said the first guy, as soon as he hands him the travel pass, he just shot him and ran through.
yeah,
And that's how she figures out that he wasn't lying.
yeah. She's like, that's not what happened. Yeah.
How'd you like her business attire? Not you. Is the shoulder pads full on 80s shoulder pads? Like
I always love
Pale.
when we have these movies that came out in the 80s, but they depict some kind of future, but they're still wearing 80s clothes.
they're anticipating
Well, that-
Shoulder
that-
pads in the
coming back.
future.
That goes back to the carbon dating I
Yeah.
mentioned.
Yeah.
Like, and that, again, movies like the Alien franchise, they're not easily carbon datable if you just look at it from a certain distance. The Running Man, that screams 1987.
Yeah.
So
So
this is where you get your first introduction into the game show setup, the whole pomp and circumstance, the celebrity of it, and all of that. And then they're like we said, they're shot on that out of that cannon into the arena.
Before he even goes in and he's getting prepped, how many times does he get injected with something?
It's like
It's like he gets that one long needle that goes right in between his fingers.
Oh, yeah.
He gets the one in the arm. And I think there's one more.
They don't want him to catch anything. Jeez.
So they never really show you like a correct me if I'm wrong, but you never get like a bird's eye view of the arena, what
No.
it looks like.
no.
It's for all we can tell, it's underground. It's like a series of dungeons or something.
I don't know. It seems like it's always nighttime, so it
Yeah.
has to be underground or something.
Yeah.
I don't know. Yeah, that's
Looks like
they
it's in
definitely
Brooklyn.
show.
They just pop out under the tram there. Oh.
Yeah.
You could say that was kind of a filming technique as well. We are
Probably
talking
'cause
about
it was a low budget.
Yeah.
that
Low
would be
budget.
one,
Yeah.
and we're also talking about a time where we didn't have the CG available to create all of those birds,
Landscapes.
like what Gladiator would be an example.
Yeah.
All you need now is a good enough computer to create what Rome would have looked like 1,000 years
Yeah,
ago.
you could have the
and
five
out it
of
comes.
us sitting in the middle
Yeah.
of the Coliseum right now. If we,
If you could say if Running Man was filmed today or even 20-ish years ago, we would probably see things like that. But I feel like it was filmed that way, partly for the budget, partly for the availability of visuals. But you could also say maybe it was meant to be that way to give that dark, enclosed, claustrophobic kind of feel throughout the game.
that,
Yeah, I mean, they never actually say that it's outside, so
Yeah.
I mean, yeah, definitely.
They something else we don't touch on too. They keep bringing up the past winners,
Oh yeah,
and they're the past winners of the Running Man, enjoying life on an island. They show them like AI.
that's where the whole AI comes in.
Yeah.
because they definitely go into it later on in the movie where they paste Arnold's face on another person to make to make a different video to
look
make
like he's fighting the bod.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So this is where we first see Ben. Basically, they all go into the games, and then what is it? What's her name? Is it Amber? I keep on getting confused because I got Maria up here, but then I got Amber down here.
I don't know, dude. You wrote it.
The character's name.
I think her name is Maria. Like the actress's name, Maria. isn't it?
The actress is Maria Alonso.
That's
Amber
weird then.
Mendez.
Okay, so her name is Amber. in the
Amber
movie.
Mendez. That would be the character's
Okay,
name.
so Amber, when
Maria.
Dougie just
Just shows you how forgettable the movie really is.
pointed this out,
He takes
that
every chance.
they changed what actually happened at the airport, saying he killed a bunch of people and stuff like that. But and then she says that's not what happened, and so that's when she actually goes and tries to find the real video.
Yeah, she starts breaking rules.
But then she gets caught, and then we'll see what happens to her in the next scene.
That's what they call a teaser, folks.
All right, let's go to scene 3. Ben Laughlin What is it? Weiss?
Weiss. That's looks like a German name.
Okay.
Might even be pronounced Weiss.
Weiss.
But Weiss will work.
Are on the run, fighting for survival in the deadly game show. The audience cheer and bet on the outcome, glorifying the stalkers. Ben kills Sub-Zero, and Amber is caught finding the tape and is forced to participate in the games. Ben and Laughlin fight Buzzsaw. Laughlin is mortally wounded and dies, but not before Ben is able to kill Buzzsaw.
Buzzsaw is ready. I thought he was a better Buzzsaw.
The chainsaw's part of
as
me.
I was
It's
watching
gonna be
this,
part of you.
as I was watching this, I was thinking about the video game Mega Man, because if you've ever played Mega Man, like the whole game is built around fighting these different bosses
Yeah.
with different abilities, and of course the order in which you fight them makes a difference because you can adapt their power, and if you know the other boss's weakness, you know, you're going to fight them in a certain order to win. But anyway, as I was watching this movie, I was thinking like this is kind of like Mega Man, where he's going through this series, this gauntlet of bosses, here.
Different level.
Leaf Man, Bubble Man. And there was a Saw Man in Mega Man 2.
there was, and so anyway, that's my video game.
But see, that's funny you said that, because that was exactly how I figured out Mega Man 2. And Saw Man was always the first one I would take on.
Yep.
And then it was trial and error after that until a while later, I finally figured out, all right, here's the order that we get to take them out, because here's the powers you can use to beat them. And then off you go to Dr. Wily's castle.
Yep.
Completely unrelated, but he is extremely good in Smash Bros. Ultimate.
Nice.
Oh, nice. I'll have to remember that.
Mega Man is very good in that game.
Preston, those were the days when the only way you could learn your secrets was you either had to get it on the playground. Dude, my brother beat the game, and he says, how'd he do it? Or you had to go with your mom to the grocery store and go directly to the magazine aisle. Where's Nintendo Power?
Power. Or in those days,
Tips and
your third
tricks.
option was to talk to someone who, this was probably our dream jobs in the day, talk to a
Nintendo Power.
game counselor on the Nintendo hotline, because they used to have game counselors.
Did anybody call that?
I never did, but here's what's really cool. So just recently in my classroom, because what I'm teaching with my older students right now is I'm just teaching them how to identify all of the note names on a piano keyboard. So as kind of a connection to that, to help identify what note is what, I found a really cool YouTube video where it's the piano at the very bottom. You just see the keyboard at the bottom, and then all the colored notes are falling down, and it has a video in the background. This one was the evolution of Mario Brothers, starting with the 85 original, and it would go into Mario 2 and Mario 3, Mario World, and all the way until one that just came out this last November.
Odyssey?
Yeah, I think it was the Odyssey one. And I paused it during the part where it was showing all of the 80s and early 90s games, and I explained to my students what Derrick was just saying. Back in those days,
There was no YouTube.
Yeah, YouTube, Google, that wasn't even an idea yet. And so to figure out how to beat these games, this is what you would do. And I talked to them about how people like me, our dream job in those days was to be a video game counselor for Nintendo, because you were paid money to play Nintendo games all day and take phone calls from kids trying to get through the game.
People like Doug trying to beat Zelda. Anyway, we've got way off course.
I told them that was
now
way
here's
better
the
Find
than
thing.
Bobby
content.
on the playground. Man, how'd you
YouTube
beat that?
and Google exist in our current time, and he still can't beat video games without looking something up.
You just got bodied by your son, man.
Dang, Doug.
I don't know how I feel. I don't know how I feel about it.
Yeah, just hush, move on.
Nathan approved of that last comment, by the way.
Yes, I did. I did.
So sorry to pivot, but I wanted to make that point.
Pivot.
Multipass.
So these battles,
Well, let's go to the audience first. Let's see how because they're actually like,
They win prizes.
well, yeah, the way they're like,
everybody gets a car.
well, it's like they get a car,
You get a
they
car.
get
You get a car.
they what is it? They get game boards and they get
Yeah.
vacations just for betting on.
Didn't he pull out? You got the Monopoly version of the Running Man.
And it shows how crazy dystopian this depiction is. audience members are winning prizes based off of people getting killed in these games.
Well, and all the people, I guess you'd call them the poor people, are
Gambling.
betting on the outside.
That's
always
right.
an underground
The
gambling
whole
ring
under
with
the
a
table
chalkboard
operation
behind it.
going
That's, I
on.
mean,
One
that's
thing
a
they
trope.
definitely got right about the future. There's so much more gambling now,
Yeah, there's
especially
absolutely-
like
Yeah.
with FanDuel, and you can bet on every
Anything.
single
Oh, yeah.
thing imaginable.
Individual
today.
person making a certain play.
Yeah.
You can bet on end zone dances.
Yeah.
Because what was that like? Was it early last year that FanDuel came here? Like it was
It
legal.
just got legalized.
I think
in
it was
North
this year.
Carolina.
This
It was
year.
this
Yeah.
year.
Yeah.
And there's been a lot of kids gone without food and clothing because
1-800
of that.
get
I
help for
guarantee it.
gambling problems, people.
Anyway, that part is totally true about the future.
They got something right.
But here's the thing: as I'm watching all of this take place, this is about the point of the movie where I'm just laughing. Like the battles and the fight scenes are just so campy and over the top. Like I found them more comedic
Yeah.
than, and I think that's the thing. This movie wants you to take it seriously, but the way it's shot and the way it's put together, it's so low budget.
I don't think there is
so
a way
bad.
to take this seriously.
They took it out of me when they had the quilted unitards. So I'm not.
What is the deal with you
Doug
and the
can't get away
spandex
from
and
it.
unitard?
What is going on with yellow and silver?
Hey,
Is that the
unitards?
only thing you focused on in this
That's
movie?
You see a man in a unitard, you can't unsee
Can't
it.
unsee
I mean,
it.
Doug, I get it's
I-
Arnold, but come on.
I do worry about people's respiratory systems when they wear stuff like that. So I can understand that part.
So I wonder if Sub-Zero, going back to a video game,
Squeeze, super tight.
I wonder if the name
looks airtight.
Sub-Zero was taken by the creators for Mortal Kombat.
Seals in the
No,
flavor.
he's playing Zero.
Because what was Mortal Kombat
Mortal Kombat was like 93 or
93?
something.
So like, okay,
Yeah.
maybe.
You think they might
I
have
know that
stole-
they based the Mortal Kombat video game off of Bloodsport,
Yeah.
which is definitely
Oh, of
one
course.
we got to
and
do.
they originally
Okay, USA.
they wanted to get Van Damme for
Yeah.
Mortal Kombat, but they couldn't meet,
When you could
meet
say,
an agreement.
you could probably say that Pit Fighter game was kind of a blood.
Pit Fighter?
Pit Fighter, yeah.
Pizza Hut.
Yeah, yeah.
I remember that. Could
Yeah.
never
Man.
even get by. Like
I
the
put
first
a
level.
lot of quarters.
We're carbon
into Pit
dating
Fighter.
ourselves, Preston.
Yeah, let's keep it up.
all
You're
right,
gonna
all
have
right.
to YouTube, Dougie. Pit Fighter.
Yeah,
I'll check that one
Pit
out.
Fighter
It was pretty bad.
was a
I'm sure it's on
gem.
Steam. It's on Steam.
Yeah.
You can find it.
All right, I'm gonna run through this real quick. Ben kills Sub-Zero. Let's see. Laughlin is mortally wounded by Sub-Zero, or is it Sub-Zero? Or what's
No, yeah, you're right.
Buzzsaw.
It's
no Laughlin.
Buzzsaw's the
Buzzsaw's the one with all the
yeah.
chainsaw, and
Yeah.
that's when we see the chainsaw
yeah.
literally go up his crotch, and that's how he.
That's what I'm talking about.
Kills him.
Like,
Yeah.
you watch this and you're like, what in the world?
Yeah.
Like,
And then they throw down the
Yeah.
the buckle that's sawed.
And
in
he's like,
half.
"Ah!"
Hitting them high notes, baby.
Nathan's gonna do the Queen of the Night aria in a second here.
Let's see. Okay, so let's just move on to scene 4.
Yeah, let's do it.
thank
Okay.
goodness.
We don't
Just a lot
want
of Arnold killing people. That's it.
Yeah.
we don't want Derrick going into hypertension mode here. So.
Sorry,
Oh, I'm good.
People. He's got the
I'm
floor
so calm. I've been waiting to dump on this movie for weeks.
This is
All right.
therapeutic.
Scene 4. Weiss and Amber obtain the satellite uplink code, but Weiss is killed by the
Dynamo.
Dynamo.
Dynamo. Sorry.
Ben takes out Dynamo, and Killian tries to make a deal with Ben to try to
Kinda
recruit
scary,
him.
Preston.
Fireball stalks them as
Only
the
one
audience
stinker in the
turns
room.
against host Damien. They deliver the uplink codes to the underground resistance, setting the stage for a showdown against the oppressive regime. So this is where,
We got to talk about Dynamo.
yeah, go ahead.
Please.
Oh,
Go ahead.
no, I just think it was cool. They funny little plug about Dynamo. The actor who plays Dynamo, interestingly enough and sadly enough, he died about 2 months before Running Man premiered. He was only mid to late 30s. I want to say he may have been 37-ish. His name was Erland Van Lith, and he was a for-real opera singer. So that is him singing in the premiere of that scene where he, the dun 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 dun, and he does the lightning and all that. That is a Mozart opera that he's singing from. It's called the Count Almaviva aria from The Marriage of Figaro.
Figaro.
Yeah. Oh, now that is actually the Barber of Seville,
Yeah.
which sort of maybe have some ties there, but that was
the go-kart.
yeah, the go-kart. I love the go-kart.
So
about
the question is, who's going to dress up as Dynamo next for Halloween?
Well, we all know
Preston.
Preston.
Yes.
Preston is.
If Nathan can ever get,
You might have to stuff
See him-
yourself.
see him in
I will need
plexiglass
lots of
suit,
padding.
Wearing tidy white.
I was gonna say,
Sell
what
tickets
was
to
he
that one.
wearing? It looks like he's wearing a laser tag vest.
He's wearing lots
Yeah.
of transparent armor, and that's why I keep bringing up the Roman helmet. Like imagine
Future bro.
Imagine a Roman
Bro,
helmet,
everything's clear.
3D printed or molded in those days, but it was a Roman helmet, totally transparent with lights on the inside, and his chest armor and all of that was kind of the same way. It was all transparent with lights. That's why you see Arnold go, "Hey, Christmas tree!"
That's what they look like.
Who's the costume designer that comes up with this outfit and like the meeting? What's the meeting like where they're, oh yeah, we got to have the translucent and lights. Yes.
We got this
Light 'em
box
up.
of Christmas lights we just took down.
he's
Let's
gotta
do
be
so.
director, at some point, the director has to sign up on that. I'm like, yes, this is how I want my legacy to be remembered.
Well,
Dynamo.
Let's get in the
Wrap this
go-kart
guy up
where
in
my
light.
head
he
sticks out.
clearly
the top.
didn't do too much after this. So.
Oh, that was dark.
Ouch.
Rest in peace.
congestive heart failure.
Okay.
Yeah, it was definitely a heart issue that
Ouch.
he died of.
I'm talking about the director.
So-
Moron.
Gotcha.
So let's talk about how in the world is there a resistance base inside the game?
These questions need answered.
Come on.
I don't know.
I was thinking the same thing as I was watching it. I was just like, how does this even happen?
And the base is right next to the tower that
the only thing-
transmits the show.
The only thing I could think of is maybe they just had some kind of tunnel into the game or something. That's the. I mean, they don't explain it.
It was one of those things where
It's the 80s.
I was like, I'm thinking too hard about this.
Yeah.
So is this intended to be like the big plot twist of the movie? This is the gut punch, like,
The
oh
uplink
my
code?
gosh, the winners actually all died. Dun dun dun.
Yeah, I guess so because basically the game show is trying to fool the public, trying to keep the public on their side, saying if you participate in these games, you'll go on.
Your
and,
second
Yeah.
chance.
yeah,
This was the major plot twist that
yeah.
failed to surprise anyone.
Well, I don't even know how did they even win if they didn't kill the.
They didn't bother. They just left the bodies.
They just
All in that locker
no.
room.
What I'm saying is, how did they supposedly win if they didn't kill any of the what do they call them?
Like the contestants.
Well, they already showed
stalkers.
that.
The stalkers.
Oh, the stalkers.
the way
gotcha.
the way they did it with when they did with Arnold.
No. I know that, but I'm just saying how they don't even explain that. How did they become winners if they didn't kill any of the stalkers? So they just that's another thing that didn't really make sense.
I think
in
they
this
just
movie.
got to get out, don't they? They just have to escape.
I don't know. I don't know where they don't explain where they escape.
Mm-hmm.
That's another thing. I thought they just had to kill all the stalkers, and then when they get to they kill all of them, they're the winners or whatever. I don't know. That's the way I took it.
Yeah.
But I don't know.
Moving on.
All right. So final scene. The studio fabricates a video showing Captain Freedom killing Ben and Amber to gain the audience trust again. The Resistance hacks the network feed, revealing the truth about Ben's arrest. The audience turns against the show, and the Resistance attacks. Amber kills the wounded Dynamo, while Killian, still clinging to his twisted ideology, attempts to justify the show's what is that? Atrocities to Ben. He straps Killian into the rocket chair, sending him into a fatal crash. the twisted game show comes to a fiery end.
That was a
And
great
cheesy
scene.
80s song.
Yeah.
Again, more carbon dating evidence.
So at this point in the movie, I was just like, can we please get through this? I was not expecting a satisfying ending. I was just like, maybe that's the whole point. It was, you're watching the movie and you're feeling pain and you're feeling boredom and you're feeling, can we just get through this? And that's the whole point.
I do agree with you there. I
Show
think
you.
this movie's too long.
Yeah.
For what it is. It's definitely too long.
Totally.
So, and the whole point, we go over the pot. Well, they've always teased Captain Freedom. He comes out of retirement to take care of their little problem.
And you see that all that armor they put on him?
That was the
aluminum arm.
boxiest outfit I'd ever seen in my life. And I know we were touching on this earlier. As big as and tall as Ventura was in those days, and then you box him up in the shiny aluminum.
Yeah.
I mean,
And then they have to portray Killian getting killed. Not Killian, but
Ben?
Ben getting killed. And then, of course, at the very end, he shows up in his rebel gear, smoking a cigar.
Yeah.
Where do you get that?
The blackout suit.
I mean, if a rebel base is in the middle of the arena, there's got to be a cigar store.
It's true.
might have been that same store where Kyle Reese found his Nikes.
Could have been.
They shop at the
Hang on,
same
I'm
one.
looking up something here.
And the multipass.
Well, and this is where we see pretty much the audience. They've seen the video and they're turning against the show and everything, and that's when the resistance attacks. And this is where we see Ben strap Killian into that chair, and I always thought that was so funny. He just tossed him in there, and then when he actually starts going, Killian's face is
Oh, yeah. The G-force.
stretched back.
I will say this. This is rewinding, or maybe it's around that time. I will say Dynamo died one of the most embarrassing deaths of any character ever.
Yeah, he got electrocuted.
I mean,
with his pants down.
electrocuted
I was
with
wondering
his pants
if
down.
anybody was going to say
With-
something about that.
Diapers out and everything.
How did he get the hard plastic armor off that fast? All of a sudden, he just ain't got no pants on.
I get it that we wanted to make an assault scene with a 400-pound guy and a barely 100-pound female, but did we really need the diapers out? I will say that
It's pretty cringe.
Yeah, that
Here you go.
that could have been accomplished with his pants on, I believe.
So check this out.
So that was weird.
The song that plays over the ending credits is "Restless Heart" by John Parr. You know, this at the very end of the movie when they have their kiss and everything, and they're walking out of the show, and then that song plays. Anyway, that's the name of the song, "Restless Heart." And when I heard the song, I was like, "That is so cheesy. That is like perfect 80s-ness."
Well, it's almost like they were trying to go for a happy ending.
Yeah.
I mean,
and I can think of so many movies from the 80s that end with a power ballad just like that. And
that is clearly in the synthesized 80s style.
oh yeah, it begins
That's
synthesized.
Yeah.
Yeah.
all right. You guys got anything else for the final scene?
Just I thought it was funny that I guess they couldn't reset after he shoved Killian into the jet. That's what kills him. He shoots out the other side.
Where'd the net go? Yeah. It just.
I guess they got the crew wasn't there rehanging after they initially sent people through. I guess that's the only thing I could figure. But for all you older guys out there, when they show Killian his face from back, we called that the gravitron back in the day.
Oh yeah, at the county fair. I remember that.
Gravity its finest.
I remember I never rode one because I've never trusted carnival rides, but I have seen
Makes you
them.
think of that line from Wayne's World.
I don't like.
If you're
Carnival.
gonna spew,
Yeah.
man, spew
In the
in this.
Yeah.
He pulls out that little spit cup.
I've not thought about that scene in decades. You're gonna spew in this.
All right, you guys want to close it there?
Let's pass judgment
Move
on this
on.
abomination.
Okay. All right. All right, so I'm gonna do our famous category.
Did not know that.
All right, Dolph Lundgren and Christopher Reeve expressed interest in starring in the movie.
Wow.
And Patrick Swayze had also been considered.
But they were all busy with better films.
Well, let me tell you this: Christopher Reeve was actually more close. If he would have been chosen, he's closer to what the guy looks like in the book.
what would he been off
Interesting.
doing? Superman 3 or something?
3 was
this?
filmed in 83, 82. No, 87. That would have been 4.
Oh.
He was neck deep
Now,
in
there's
4.
a comparison. Which one would you rather sit and watch? Superman 4 or Running Man?
Running Man.
Nathan didn't hesitate.
I'm with Nathan on that.
Pick your poison.
I haven't seen Superman 4 in such a long time, but I remember
Not
it.
missing much.
No. I remember it so well because it was
Yeah.
so bad.
Okay.
Yep.
Who else was considered? Dolph Lundgren?
Yeah.
Okay, he was probably doing Rocky 4. I must break you.
Yeah, probably.
Yeah,
If
well,
he
actually,
dies,
Rocky
he
4 was
dies.
84. He would have been.
Rocky 4 was that late?
Was he
or that
doing,
early?
Was he
Let's
doing
see.
Universal Soldier at the time? He might have been doing Universal Soldier at the same
I think that was 90s.
Maybe he was doing
Rocky
Masters.
4 was 85.
85. Okay.
Yeah, yeah. That
Was he?
was
What year
85.
was Masters?
Let's see. Masters was 87.
That's what he was off doing.
That's what Dolph was doing.
All right, which
was
one would you
the
sit?
man.
Which one would you rather sit and watch? Masters
Oh,
or
yeah,
Running
Masters.
Man?
It's the cosmic key.
Running Man.
Sounds like one of them Japanese
Man.
synthesizers.
Running Man. Mm-hmm.
And they're going to remake Masters. Have
Yeah,
you
they
seen
Yeah,
that?
they're doing it right now. They're filming
Yeah.
it right
Cannot wait.
All right, and who else was in there? Patrick Swayze.
now. He was also
Okay, we're
considered,
talking
yeah.
87.
Dirty Dancing.
Was he doing Roadhouse or was he doing
He was
Dirty
doing Dirty
Dancing?
Dancing. Dirty Dancing was 87.
I had the time of my life.
Nobody
Okay,
puts baby in a corner.
All right.
Roadhouse was 89.
Okay.
So he was doing Dirty
Ripping
Dancing.
no throats out yet.
Okay.
Yeah.
Even I would.
Dirty
I would
Dancing
watch
is
Dirty
better
Dancing
than this.
over Running Man.
Okay.
Oh, you heard
Let me
it
finish
there.
reading this.
All right, go now.
All right. The novel was the last of the 4 books published under the name Richard Bachman. Before it became known, this was a what is that?
Pseudonym.
Pseudonym.
Yep.
For popular horror writer Stephen King. Bachman's next book, Thinner, is what caused King's secret to become exposed. You know, for
Interesting.
yeah,
So he had a pseudonym like
yeah,
Mark Twain.
yeah.
Was his pseudonym.
Yeah, because it was a bunch of shorter stories in one book. The Long Walk was another one. Running Man, and then I think it was called like Construction Worker or something like that. But
Somebody should have sued him over this movie.
Oh, gosh.
Nobody's laughing.
I wish I had.
Where's the boo button?
Nope. Well, let's just listen to that.
Hasta la vista, baby.
Well, that's kind of fitting.
Okay, last one. Schwarzenegger's biceps appear smaller in this film than any other film he's made. At 17 inches, they are well short of the 21-inch they reach in Total Recall 1990. This was due to a long-term break in weightlifting because of back problems prior to production.
So he was sick.
Let's give Doug some props. He's the one who knows.
Oh,
the
we don't ever do
bicep
that.
shrink.
This
don't
is
do that.
true.
What else do I got?
Is it dead?
Terminated.
It's a nice little trumpet part.
So, so we're gonna give a few things here. So, Doug, how about your number one quote for the movie?
number one quote.
I know it's hard. You've got so many to choose from.
Hey, Christmas tree.
That was pretty good one. Hey, follow me, Christmas tree. Yeah, that's pretty good. I'll go with that. That's
No,
pretty good.
Plan Zero.
Dougie?
I'm going when he says it's showtime.
Derrick? You got one?
I'm going with, and this was almost like breaking the fourth wall. This was actually something intelligent that the movie did when he said, "I'll be back," and then he came back the show with only in a rerun.
Yeah.
So
Actually, that was pretty cool.
yeah,
Preston?
Mr. Richards, I'm your court-appointed theatrical agent.
who said that?
I think that was one of, I think that was before the game where one of the consultants with the game was, I don't know, talking him through everything.
He's
While
the
they were
one
giving him all the
with
shots.
everything,
He's the one
Yeah.
that stabbed him in the back with the pen.
That's the
Oh
one.
yeah.
He signed the contract.
Oh, that's right.
Yeah,
Yep. That was such a great.
Mine, I'm gonna just do It's Showtime. That was I enjoyed that one. Preston,
It's turbo time.
best part of the movie for you?
Anything that Dynamo was in minus the diapers.
You know, it totally makes sense because you bring him up a lot.
Oh, I know. Okay, so I'll go ahead and reveal why that is. So rewinding back to when I first saw Running Man, I want to say I was 6th grade maybe, and we were, we were actually on vacation, I think, and we were traveling, and we may have been in like a hotel somewhere, and Running Man just happened to be on. And it was, me and my family were just watching it together, and me and my sister. And for some weird reason, because my sister's 2 years younger than I am, we just ate Dynamo up. Like the singing and the lighting and the little dune buggy, and then singing the Mozart arias at the same time. We died laughing every second when Dynamo was around, and we were like, "Oh, we love Dynamo." So this dates back to my childhood of just why I've just always loved Dynamo.
So it's definitely a nostalgia factor.
It's very nostalgic. That's why I would love to one day have the transparent Roman helmet with the lights.
I thought, Dougie, when you were going to pick your favorite line, you were going to do, "This is all's part of me. Now I'm going to make it part of you."
Favorite scene, not favorite. Oh. Favorite lines.
Dougie, let's go with you now. Best
Buzzsaw's
part of the movie.
death.
Okay. Doug, what about you? Best part of the movie?
The best part of this movie. The credits? Nah. No, I'd say probably it was when they had the AI fight between Arnold and the body, Ventura. That was pretty cool.
Derrick, did you have a best?
So I will say that probably the best filmed part of the movie is them shooting off into the game at the very beginning.
Yeah.
It has sort of like, as I mentioned, Space Mountain type vibes, which was pretty cool to see. And I think that was well executed. And that's it.
Yeah. I'm right there with you, Derrick. I think that was probably that was very, very. There wasn't very much special effects in this movie as it is, but that was very cool. I need to look it up and see how they actually.
I am
did that.
curious too, because I agree that was.
I mean, it actually
awesome
looks like they're
sequence.
going that fast.
It really does, yeah.
So,
I said they probably just shot it in slow mo and sped up the film. I think.
I don't. Well, but everybody's face is like actually being pushed back. So
Yeah,
that's
you're
why I'm like-
seeing the G-force effect.
Yeah,
So it makes you
so-
wonder, well, did they do that in a centrifuge? And then did they do this with mirrors?
Yeah.
Or whatever. So
All right, Derrick, did you have a favorite character?
Well, I said that the game show host.
Okay.
To me,
Richard
is-
Dawson.
Yeah, he's the best part of the movie.
and he barely had to act it.
Right.
Well, that's
He
what I was
just-
saying. It's
yeah.
him. He
And I
was
know y'all
playing
made that
himself.
point
And I don't
earlier.
think, while we're on this, I don't think whoever you put in Arnold's place, you could put anybody in that role.
Yeah.
I don't think there's a way to save the movie from being bad.
Yeah.
But the game show host is the bright spot of the movie.
Well, it may have not been written the way it is if Arnold wasn't in it.
Well, here's one thing we haven't talked about that prompted me to actually watch the movie recently is that this is kind of a almost allegory to Rollerball. I don't know if y'all have ever seen Rollerball.
That was probably from around the same time, wasn't it?
Rollerball was made in the late 70s.
Okay.
And James Caan is the lead role in that. Now, Rollerball, you could say, is a very well-made movie of how it depicts the future. You can't really carbon date that one the same way that you can do Running Man. Mm-hmm. And the overall concept is about how certain national fates and government fates are decided in the game arena. But in
kind of like Hunger Games,
right? But in Rollerball,
Robot Jocks.
We can live. And then the RCA cables and in Robot Jocks they used toilet connectors, the water pipe connectors on the shoulder strap. Yeah, that was interesting. Anyway, with Rollerball, I want to say in Rollerball it was all corporate control. So much, even more so than government control. And it was these corporations that would send teams to face each other off, and that's how certain things were decided.
Who's going to get the piece of the pie?
Yeah. But anyway, that would be a great movie to talk about. There's lots of ties with the whole dystopian concept of that.
All right. Dougie, favorite character?
I'm going Dawson too.
Okay. Doug, favorite character?
I like Buzzsaw. I just liked his look. I thought he was funny.
Yeah.
It reminded me of like one of the Road Warriors. You know.
I'm actually going to go with Dawson as well. I mean, I probably, I don't know if did the rest of you guys, did you guys actually watch Family Feud when you were a kid and stuff?
Bits and pieces.
Not till Steve Harvey took over.
If he was ever sick back then, it was it's usually that. It was on
a staple.
TV.
Yeah.
If you were at home sick out of school, you got ginger ale, chicken noodle soup, Price is Right.
There you go.
Right.
So yeah, I'm going with Dawson for my favorite character. Well, we all know what Preston's is. What Preston, do you want?
Team Dynamo.
All right. All right. So thank you, Preston.
Sorry, that's Italian. If you're wondering.
Well, Preston, let's start with you then.
Oh, cool.
Or let's end with you. Or start with you. Whatever.
Okay.
You want to give your final thoughts and score?
Sure. I'll go ahead and score it with about a 2 out of 5.
2?
Yeah, about a 2 out of 5. Again, going back to when I saw it as a kid, my sister and I thought it was a really fun movie to watch. And having rewatched it in my later years, there's a lot of things you can take from it that were really cool dystopian future depictions. I'm with Derrick. There's a lot of ways the movie fails, but then in other ways the movie succeeds as a cult classic, as one of those that tells certain stories about how things are decided in the game world, like in the gladiatorial arena. Yeah, there are some real campy lines that just stick with you. So there's some fun things about the movie. It's not one that I'm going to just rewatch all the time. May jump back to it every now and then. So yeah, those are kind of my final thoughts on the movie.
All right. Derrick, final thoughts and score out of 5?
Here we go.
So I'm going to go.
Should I go ahead and write a
even
0
lower.
down?
No. I'm going to give it a 1.
1? Okay.
And here are the major takeaways or detractions from the movie. It does not age well, first off. And we've mentioned that many times throughout our talk, is that it just does not hold up. Secondly, I would say that the budget probably hurt it big time.
Yeah.
They probably spent most of their money getting Arnold and some of the other actors to sign on. And that really hurt it because the special effects and some of the other talent maybe that they weren't able to get to make it technically more impressive. So I would say that, and then the writing. The writing is just so cheesy and so campy that, like, I get having a cheesy one-liner every once in a while, but I mean, it's like this movie was just over the top with it, and I just felt like overall the composition of the movie was conflicted because the writing is so poor, but yet the movie wants you to take it seriously as a dystopian future. And hey, this is what and it wants to make all these comments about modern society and media deception and corporate greed, and it wants to do all of this social commentary, but then it's written and presented in such a way that it makes it just not believable. Like I said, I spent more time laughing at it than being engrossed in it. And then lastly, and I know Dougie touched on this, like, and it's just too long for what it is.
Yep.
And Preston mentioned it's fun. I wouldn't even say it was fun. There were moments in the movie when I was like, fast forward, can we please just get to the end of this? Like, I was bored at times. I was frustrated at times. Like, I'll just summarize it like this. I can say now that I've seen the movie, and once is enough. And I will never go back and watch it again because, and I will never recommend anybody to go watch it.
All right.
Now,
Well, he's
good
saying to
point.
Send back the DVD I got you for Christmas.
Now,
Yeah, you're going to have to.
a point on Arnold's paycheck. The budget, $27 million. Is that
Yeah.
right for Running Man?
Yeah.
Arnold's paycheck for Batman and Robin in 1997 was $30 million.
But you gotta think though that was after Terminator 2.
This is true.
He probably
but,
got a big pay bump.
But this
from
is
Terminator 2.
this is a pattern with Schwarzenegger to get him into a movie.
He probably got
You need
every
a
bit
chunk of
18
change.
Which would you rather watch, Running Man or Batman and Robin?
Oh God,
Running Man.
that's like saying, would you rather hang or be drawn and quartered? Like, it's wow.
All right, Dougie, you want to give your final thoughts and score?
Let me just say this.
We'll say
I
it.
went to go rewatch this last night, and I fell asleep.
Ooh, that's what I said about Andor.
Oh
This
no,
right here.
Derrick,
Oh,
don't
no.
even start.
Oh,
That's
no.
another podcast for another day.
looks like we got another hour to go.
Continue, Dougie.
Oh boy.
He just muted my mic.
Yeah,
I'll do it. I'll do
I
it.
did. I fell asleep while watching this last night because I got bored. But I wouldn't say I'd recommend this to somebody, but it is something that I think you should watch at least one time.
Mm-hmm.
But, maybe not after that.
What are you gonna give it?
I'm going 1.5.
Okay. Doug, score and final thought, or final thought score?
Okay, my final thought of this movie. Okay, I'm gonna say I look at this movie more as a comedy, and I just think it's hilarious.
Yeah.
I'm gonna go ahead and say
Here we go. Score booster.
I'm gonna go 2.5,
Okay.
and just because of the 80s, I mean, just oozes 80s, and
That
it's
doesn't
just
make it
fun.
good, though.
It's just fun.
That is true. It does not make it good because it oozes 80s.
Says the kid that was born in the 2000s.
No one
If y'all
asked
can
for
see
your
the look
input.
that Nathan is giving Dougie right now, it is not nice.
Don't you dare talk bad about the 80s.
Well, violence. It's a daisy if you do.
Anyway.
You're Daisy if you do.
Okay, so
Play for blood, remember?
I've always enjoyed this movie. I think it's not a good movie, but I think it's a fun movie. I think it's just one of those traditional cheesy action movies from the 80s. I'm not saying it's Terminator 2. I'm not saying it's, Aliens. I'm not saying any of that, but it's definitely one of those movies that I definitely have enjoyed.
Yeah.
It's because he grew up in the 80s.
I agree with that.
I was actually born in the 80s, thank you.
And
don't
you
care.
could say that this fits the 80s campy profile.
Yes, definitely.
I want
I
to
mean,
say
it's very campy.
Yeah, every decade has its own version of campy.
Yeah.
The old Batman series from the 60s and on up. This
I
right here.
I think it's the definition of cheese for the 80s.
Yeah.
But I have a good time watching it though.
Yeah.
I'm not, like I said, I'm not saying it's a good movie, but I enjoy a lot of bad movies. And Doug, you enjoy some of the worst movies ever made.
Spit it
I
out.
don't want to hear it.
Yeah.
I'm going to give this movie a 3.
Yeah.
What?
Whoa, Nathan.
We all have.
It's just because I enjoy it. I'm not saying,
Yeah.
like I said, I'm not saying it's a good quality movie,
Yeah.
but that's how much I enjoy it.
Well, I mean,
we all are entitled to our
2.5
guilty
was
pleasures. I guess.
generous. That was very
This guy
generous.
likes to go to the DMV too, so whatever.
So that came to a 2.
Right at a 2.
Right at a
Nice.
2.
Interesting.
So, I mean, that fits. I mean, I'm not saying you need to watch this movie, but like I'd say with this movie, if you want to get together with a bunch of friends and sit there and make
Not
fun of
pay
a
attention
movie,
it.
great, watch it because that's what this movie is.
Well,
Have fun with it.
I would say anyone who is in our younger generation over here, if they want kind of a cool taste of what some of these 80s action movies were like.
Don't watch this one.
Don't listen to Doug.
Well, I would say if they wanted a cool taste of 80s action movies that kind of tried and perhaps failed a little bit to predict certain things with our future, this would be it.
Yeah, well,
I disagree because if you're talking about my generation and all that, if you're talking about dystopian futures, go watch Terminator.
Yeah.
Instead of this.
That's actually that would be post-apocalyptic future. Dystopian would be so like Hunger Games, Running Man. Dystopian is more so kind of like a government change,
Equilibrium.
take over. Equilibrium is a perfect example of
Death Race.
of dystopian. So dystopian and post-apocalyptic are kind of two different categories. So like with Terminator, post-apocalyptic would be nuclear holocaust, and now we have to rebuild from the ashes.
Either way, we're in trouble.
Yeah.
all right,
Yeah, just go read
Either
the
way,
book
this movie
Revelation.
sucks. Just put it that way.
all right.
I agree.
That'd be like John Lovitz from The Critic. It stinks.
All right. So
Doug. That was a great show, by the way.
yeah.
The Critic.
Sucks.
All right. Anything else, guys? No. Okay.
No, good to go.
That's all for today's episode, folks. We hope you enjoyed our run into the dystopian America of 1987's The Running Man. Join us next time on Video Rental as we tackle another classic movie. Until then, stay cinematic and remember, don't touch that dial.